Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Lucchese, and welcome to the YouTube channel. We are so excited. Today, we're going to be talking about how to find probate properties. And I'm here with my good friend, Mr. Michael Bretthauer. Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Jace. Glad to be here. Glad to see everybody on here. And yeah, it's a good topic today.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a really good one. We had a lot of people when we've gone over it in the past. They've really enjoyed the information that we've been sharing. Also, too, just to make sure that everything is coming in loud and clear, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and drop a comment if you could hear us loud and clear. There's Mike with his thumb.
Giving the thumbs up, the big thumbs up. It's always good to hear or good to see.
Absolutely. So some of the things, like especially like with how to find probate properties, one of the biggest things that we get from folks is they want to know how to find people online. And some of the best tools that we use for doing deals online from home, with being able to find individuals like executors, heirs. Those are the people that are going to be inheriting the property from mom, dad, or whomever passed away if it's not within a trust. So when it's not in a trust, it goes into probate. So I'm not going to bore you with the legal jargon and all that type of stuff. We could have my attorney come on if that's something you guys would like to hear down the road.
He would make it fun. He would make it fun.
He would definitely. But it definitely, you need to understand like that aspect of it. But let me go ahead and share my screen here so you guys can see. This is going to be a huge tip, so make sure you guys are jotting this down so you guys understand. This is one of the websites that we see and use. Let me go ahead and get this banner down so you guys can see the whole screen. So Mike, are we coming in loud and clear with being able to see legacy.com?
Yep, looks good.
And just so you guys, I'll put this banner up at the end as well. It's called legacy.com. Very simple to understand. But I'm going to come over here. This is how we find folks that we can find from a nationwide standpoint. So these are folks that have unfortunately passed away. And, it's really tough. The main reason why, I really like probate is because I remember like when I first got a glimpse of it, it was when my grandmother passed. My grandfather went first from Alzheimer's, and then my grandmother went from cancer shortly after he passed away. And I just saw the struggle that my mom, my aunt, and my uncle had with their house now. They've got this house. It's never been updated. It's probably got the original like stuff from like I believe it was built probably in the 50s. So a lot of the same things. It was maybe lightly updated here and there, maybe like in the 70s. But other than that, we're talking early 2000s when my grandmother passes away, and this house is left to my mom, my aunt, my uncle. And it's just the process when somebody passes away is never easy. So if you could handle it in a way to where you can be an individual that can just be somebody to help and to be an advocate, that's the huge thing right there. So we're going to come over here to obituaries on this particular site, legacy.com, and then we're going to go browse by location. Now you could search obituaries by your particular state. So you could come down here, find this information out, and we're going to click on Indiana for my area. And then you could go to popular cities, and I'm going to go to Indianapolis. Now you could take a look at some of these folks and, kind of get a general idea of recent obituaries. So, if there's obviously individuals that are under the age of 20, they more than likely didn't own a property, didn't own a house. So I would first of all, take a look at some of these folks if they have pictures, and just kind of go from there. And unfortunately, Susan just recently passed not too long ago. So let's take a look at Susan. She it looks like she lived a really long life, 82. So her family, you could also read the obit itself and see, if she has any surviving individuals, and she does. Look at this. So she has a lot of surviving individuals in the mix. So, oh, you can't see that part. it only allows me to do one screen at a time. So I would read the obit if that's something that you want to. I would highly recommend it. It looks like Susan just recently passed as well, so I would be extremely sensitive about, maybe reaching out to those individuals. So one of the thing, I wouldn't, reach out right away, because you could see here like when the service is, when the mass is, and all that type of stuff. So I wouldn't be an individual, reaching out like right away. Maybe give it a week or two after the fact. But these are individuals that you could absolutely reach out to. So one of the things, let me go ahead and switch my screen here and show you guys. Do we have any questions so far about Legacy, how to use legacy.com? Again, I'll put it up right here, legacy.com. And then I'm going to show you what to do with being able to find Susan's information. So, Mike, is there anything that you want to add to as I'm doing this search right here?
Only to add on, I guess, to the reason these people might need you to reach out to them. Because, I mean, I think everybody that's watching this right now, or most people that are watching this right now when we're doing real estate, we've reached a point in our lives where we've all lost somebody close to us. So we all know what that's like. So we all can kind of feel like, hey, if somebody had come in and made it easy for my family to, and I'm speaking from an experience that I had as well, like it made it easier for my family to just get rid of this house and all this stuff that they had in the house, there wouldn't have been as much trouble. In fact, and there's things that families actually sometimes when things fall apart because of a probate situation, they never mend. So when you're able to come in and say, hey, and provide solutions, and we'll get more into that as Jason talks about how we reach out to Susan, why it's important to reach out to them in this manner.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I pulled up here is I pulled up fastpeoplesearch.com. So again, this is online. It's 100% free. This is a way for you to find the individuals. I'll keep that up, fastpeoplesearch.com. And you can come over here and look up. So we've got Susan. Obviously, this isn't the Susan we're looking for because age is 67. So we know the Susan that we're looking for passed away at 82. So we could see if Susan is on here. And if she's not, that's fine. Sometimes it doesn't always have them 100% accurate on here. So we could look this information up and see if the Susan we're looking for is on here. So she may not have been, directly from the Indianapolis location.
Did they give her a middle initial in the obituary?
Yeah, I had it in here.
Oh, so it is the M. Okay, so yeah, you're right. Sometimes they don't pop up, or maybe like you said, they're from an outside area.
Yeah, and if that's the case, you might want to go ahead and take a look. And it said age 82, so she might not be on here, which is completely fine. We could go ahead and find another individual here. Let me just go. I'm going to keep the fastpeoplesearch.com screen up so you guys can have that.
And and while you're pointing that out, it's like it's not that we would say, okay, we're going to give up on this when it's that okay.
Yeah, we're definitely not.
it's that okay. So Fast People Search didn't pan out. It gets added to a spreadsheet so we can send out to a paid service. Like this is like one of those one-offs that anybody can do, and it's really quick. And there are skip tracing services that happen fast too. So, go ahead.
It would be really, really quick. So
yeah.
here is so this individual, super young, 42 years old. He passed away, and so here's all of his information. Here was his current home address, and does he have any known aliases? And here's all of his information for like could be wife. And we could check that stuff out by the obit.
Yeah. I was gonna point out, hey, that's a good way to, stack your information together to make sure this is the right person. Because Fast People Search is a little weird in that some of the information it's kind of backwards. Sometimes they'll put current address, and actually that's a past address, and their current address is buried into their past addresses and things like that. But when you try to match up as many things as you possibly can, that's how you find the right person.
Right. And on his obit, it doesn't have anything. So these are the people that you would probably want to reach out to. So Alina Casey obviously has the same last name as Devin. So these are folks that you could reach out to. And all you need to do is like for Alina is click on this, and you'd be able to say it's a different address. And you could see that the last name is also different. So it might have been a sister. You never really know. So you could give a call and find that information out relatively pretty quick. You could see all of the information right here, and you could see primary phone number is right here. And most of the time, Mike, I would say this is about 85-90% accurate from being able to reach, get in contact with that individual. Because that we've been using this one, like if we need to get something super quick, and you can see the information's right here. So I would just call up, and we're going to talk about what to say here in just a moment. But is there anything else that you would add? Anybody else have any questions at all about this? Again, we're going over how to find probate properties here, how to do something super simple that you could build a list and put it together relatively pretty easy.
Well, you got to take a look at the lead source on this one too. I mean, the probate properties, like some other leads that we like tax delinquent, one of our favorite. These are individuals with a serious need, like a serious, hey, I need to do something. Like this house, most people don't want to own two houses, so it's like they have this additional house, and they especially don't want to own a second house with 2 or 3 or 4 other individuals that have different ideas of what they want to do with it. So it's one of those things that they just want to get out quick and make it as simple as possible. But at the same time, the big challenge with these is there is a loss in the family or a friend or whatever it is, and there's this huge gap that you got to cross, because there's 100 other people just like you that understand the value of this lead, trying to come after that same person. But putting it into perspective, like how easy it is to find this lead source, you didn't have to pay for it. And the same thing with like the skip tracing and stuff. Most of that stuff is available to everybody. So when people are like, oh man, I don't have leads, it's like, no, that's not true. Like right here, there's Jason just pulled it up. You don't have a lead problem.
Right. Exactly. So what I'm going to do is, a lot of people don't know what to say. And we recently had our 2-day blueprint this weekend. And if any of you guys follow us on social media, you know that I brought my 2 sons, who are 12 and 10, to the blueprint. And we were able, my one son was talking to me about it yesterday on his on the way to his orthodontist appointment. And we were talking about this strategy using legacy, using fast people search. And I'm like, so what did you get away? What's to say? So I'm going to have him hop in here, and this is his first time on a live. So be gentle. He's going to tell you exactly what to say, and I'll have him do it twice for you. Come on over, Brady. All right. So here he is. You can sit down right there. So Brady's going to tell you exactly what to say. All right, go ahead.
So you should say,
Go ahead, speak on the microphone.
So you should say something like this, all right? So, like, this is the hardest part of my job, but I'm very, very sorry, about your loss. We're looking to, help you out, and yeah, something like that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, keep it going.
All
Say the
right.
whole thing.
Like again?
Yeah, go again.
So this is the hardest part of my job, but I'm very, very sorry about your loss, and I'm looking to help you out. Yeah.
What else? What else did you learn to say? Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. So that's the way to kind of get it started, because you're essentially, Mike and I have been using that kind of approach so that we can really take a lot of what they're initially thinking right off the bat. So you got to give him a hands up. He's 12, so it's just
Good job, Brady.
Yeah, he did a good job. So Mike, because what is his hourly rate? Right now, he gets paid weekly, and he wants to get paid in like NBA jerseys. So he's
national treasures.
Or national treasures. So relatively, he's inexpensive, but he was taking down notes vigorously.
For everybody that didn't come to the 2-day blueprint, Brady was there, and so if you wanted to hire him, you'd be bringing some of that knowledge to your table. So that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
But no, you guys kind of get where he's coming from, breaking the ice. Hey, this is the hardest part of my job, and there is nothing salesy or anything about that. I mean, raise your hand, make a comment right now, hit the like button right now. If calling the probate is probably not one of the hardest parts of being an investor, having to call somebody who just lost somebody about potentially buying their house because you know they have a need, but it's still getting that like, okay, I'm gonna call this person, and this is probably one of the hardest parts of my job. So that could come out so naturally. Hey, this is, hey, such and such, hey, Dolores, whatever it was. Hey, my name is Mike. I was just reaching out. I know this is kind of out of the blue. And right now, this is really the hardest part of my job, but I'm really sorry for your loss. I know it looks like recently you may have lost a really close family member, a friend, whatever I'm looking at in the obituary. And I just want to let you know, we're in the area. I was talking to a couple of neighbors about buying a house on the street. They said it's a great area, and just to buy them the way they sit. So, and in fact, I really appreciate your time right now and talking to me. I would love 10 minutes of your time to come in and take a look at the house and see what we have to do. I mean, we're not able to buy every house, but we do try to be a solution for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. I got the kids lunch, and DoorDash just showed up. So I don't know why she just didn't set the stuff down and leave, but sorry about that. I was a little distracted.
No, we were getting into the groove of beginning that conversation and letting the person speak. And once you break down that ice barrier and cross that bridge, so to speak, then it's going to be a matter of gauging their reaction. How are they respond? Are they upset? Are they really pissed? Is it too sore of a wound for them? Do you need to call them back? Hey, listen, I know it looks like, this might be a really hard time for you. And again, this is the hardest part of my job, reaching out. And like, we just try to be a solution for people in the area. And I'll tell you what, if there's anything that we can do to help you during this time, it's, I know sometimes getting the grass can get a little long, or, things need to get moved out of the house. Just let us know. We work with a lot of individuals.
Yeah.
In the area, so feel free to reach out at any time, and then set up a follow-up. But would it be okay if I give you a call in a couple weeks just to kind of see how things are going, or if there was something I might be able to do? And just, if they're really upset, you saying, okay, this isn't about buying the house anymore. This is about, like I said earlier in my previous statement, we try to be a solution for everybody. So, if we can, come in and cut your grass for you so it doesn't get a little long. I know, code violations, just that being stacked on top of everything is probably the last thing you want. So we can at least make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, when you start putting together a list, so what I would recommend that you do is, if you don't have a ton of time, I would block off like maybe an hour, do this. You'll probably put together like a person, like a list of maybe like 50, 60 people, and you could just start calling them, especially if you only have time to maybe call them. If you want them to start giving you a call, then you could obviously do some direct mail marketing strategies from that standpoint. But like Mike was saying, a lot of these folks, especially the heirs that inherit these properties, the executors of the estate, they're not wanting to really keep these properties. They're not wanting to do much, and so one of the things,
my dad lived down the road from my grandfather's house when he passed, and he didn't want to go cut the grass. Like, that's how much of a help just cutting the grass could be.
Yeah, it could be a huge help. And again, you're being the most valuable. You need to be the most valuable.
Yep.
As you've heard, our good buddy and partner, Jason Palliser, he says that a lot. You always have to be the most valuable. And you really do. You got to go out there. You got to be the most valuable.
Yeah.
So one of the things that Fish asked, let's see here, how would you guys rank? And he meant rank probates against against tax delinquent. So tax delinquent's going to be number one for sure.
Put
Number
your hands
one
together, my friend. Tax delinquent and probate.
Yeah, I would recommend, because asset managers is more of building a relationship. So that might actually take a little bit longer with some of the other strategies that we teach, but the asset manager one is also great. So if I had to rank it right now, it would definitely be tax delinquent, probate, and then the asset managers. Because that's just what I would be focused on, is those three. Or if you haven't I'm not saying you fish, but I'm just saying for other individuals that are maybe listening right now or watching as a recording. One of the things I would just recommend is focus on one strategy, maybe two strategies. And then, once you start getting yourself acclimated to those strategies and you start actually seeing some deal flow and you start getting deals under contract and you're closing those deals, then start focusing on other things as well. I think a lot of people, when they first get into like real estate, either from an investing standpoint or a wholesaling standpoint, they get overwhelmed with so many different lead generation strategies, and they always focus on the outcome instead of focusing on the most important part, and that's 90% of what's going to get you that outcome. So yeah, no problem, Jason. That was great. Good stuff. You're welcome. Kerr, very good information. Fish, nice, appreciate. Okay, yeah, no problem. Does anybody else have any questions before we go ahead and wrap up this one? Super appreciate you guys giving some feedback. And yes, already negotiating. We're teaching Brady some negotiation strategies for sure. So he was at the 2-day blueprint this past weekend, got to hear the seller waltz in action. So
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff, guys. And when it comes to calling leads like probates, I think the big problem out there is everybody's hitting them up the same way. And they don't want to hear it. That's why you get so many angry phone calls. Oh, how dare you call me? Oh, blah, 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 blah. You're just one of those flippers, like you don't like, okay, no, that's not who I am. So that's when you come to the 2-day blueprint and you learn how to, as we said, be the most valuable, or how to do the seller waltz. That's how you learn to stand out, how to be different, how during my conversation, you didn't really hear me talk about buying the house and their terrible situation as much as I just said, hey, I'm a solution person for you. You have an issue here, you have a problem, you have a challenge. I'm your solutions expert, and I'm reaching out to you. I know it's out of the blue. I'm really sorry. This is the hardest part of my job, but what can I do for you? That's basically how it goes. And when you learn how to do the seller waltz, when it comes to that conversation, the way it goes, it's, obviously you're trying to, get the price and see what they do in a cash offer. But again, that's what everyone else is doing. That's where everyone else stops. The seller waltz takes it a little bit further into, okay, well, now how can I also be the most valuable person? Like, okay, well, we're not able to buy every house, but maybe we can do this, or maybe we can do that, or maybe we can do this. These are more solutions for you. Like which one of these 4 or 10 different solutions would work best for you? Oh man, everyone else only tells me one, but you give me 9 additional ones. So,
yeah.
and if you guys need to learn more about that stuff, just, I don't know, Jace, if you have the link, they can put that up there.
Yeah, I'll put it up there. So
Yeah.
and if you guys haven't already, we're so close to 5,000 subscribers. It sounds like a small amount in the grand scheme of things with other YouTubers out there, but for us, it's a pretty big milestone. So if you're not already a subscriber, please become a subscriber. We love our subscribers so much, and we give away so much in terms of content on the channel and also free access to our training program. So if you haven't already become a subscriber, please make sure you go ahead and do that. And we're just going to continue to drop massive content on the channel.
What people don't know, or what they don't see behind the scenes, Jason, is when you, Palliser, and myself were sitting down and talking about, okay, everybody, it's just exactly the same thing we do with real estate. Like, everyone's doing this. How do we stand out and do something better? How do we get more attention? How do we get a higher response rate, right? Just like we attack and decimate our own markets with the superior approach, being on superior footing than everybody else. When it came to our blueprint, or I'm sorry, when it comes to our YouTube channel, Jason Palliser, Jason Lucchese, myself, we're talking offline, like, okay, how do we take YouTube? How do we take this channel and take it to the next level, right? How do we, instead of just being your traditional YouTube channel where it's like a little bit of, there's like this much, like, okay, I got to fast forward through 3 minutes of this video, and I got to catch that 30 seconds where they're actually going to deliver me something before they go back into whatever else that, the fluff they're going to give me. I don't know, 15, 20-minute videos we do, 99% fluff, a little bit of us, kind of, I don't know, going back and forth and having a little fun. But the whole point is we want you to come here because, and Jason's talking about the subscribers, because this channel and everything we're doing is going to be so vastly different than anything you see on any other channel out there. It's going to completely just rewrite the definition of what YouTube and watching YouTube videos means to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shasha and Terry, yes. Once we're done here, you'll be able to see the recording. All of our live streamed videos always stay up on the channel, so we'll never take those down. So great question. Keep up the great work, guys. Yeah, thank you, Fish. Much appreciated. John, yes, you do. You offer lots of value that is free. Well, thank you so much. Guys, the Mojo on YouTube world. Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Fish.
You are accomplishing it, guys. Well, thank you so much, Kristen. Love seeing you on here live. Thank you for being a subscriber to the channel. You've been watching our stuff now for a while, so super appreciate you. David, yes, definitely practical tips and ideas. Thank you so much. Only one I make sure to watch if I. Oh, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kristen. That really means a lot. That really does.
That
means a lot.
That motivates me. That motivates me to do more.
That really means a lot. And if you guys would like to book a call to either speak with myself, Mike, or Jason Palliser, just head on over to myblueprintcall.com and we'll have a chat about your business. If there's something we could do to help your business, and if we could give you a couple golden nuggets that could really just maybe kind of be like a light bulb switch to turn things on to get you seeing the results that you desire in your business, let us help you do that. The call is absolutely free. There's no obligation to doing anything, to working with us or anything. We just want to, if it's the right time to have a chat, great. If it's not, that's cool too. But yeah, myblueprintcall.com. You could head on over there, have a chat with us. But if there's anything else, let's see here. I suggest you to others when they are new and need direction. John, you freaking rock, man.
Yeah, you're the man.
Thank you so much, my man. I really appreciate you, John. That's awesome. We're always looking for folks to share the good word. So, John, you absolutely rock, my man. I appreciate you. We're gonna have another live stream on Friday, or potentially already done video on Friday. We're going to try and work that out. But if you guys have any questions whatsoever or any feedback on videos that you would like to see in the future, just let us know. We'll be more than happy to do it for you. I really wanted to do this one for you guys today because I really firmly believe probates is a really great strategy that most people aren't utilizing, especially with the free tools that we shared today.
Yeah.
For finding how to find probate properties. Mike, anything on your end before we go ahead and wrap everything up?
Subscribe, hit that alarm bell so you get the notifications, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yep. Yeah. Make sure you become a subscriber. Give us a big thumbs up if you really enjoyed today's video, and drop a comment below if you would like to get access to free training programs, because we'll do it upcoming on Friday if we get enough individuals dropping comments. So if you would like to get access to some of our training programs, absolutely free, we will do that. There's no obligation. You just put in your first and last name and your email address. You're good to go. No credit card at all. So let us try and work together with you. Let us try and do some deals together. Make sure you hit that notification bell, like Mike was saying, especially when we go live, you'll get a notification of that. And we will talk to you guys later. Take care. Have a great day. Bye now.